Hello, and today on Eat, Pray, and Live, we're going to discuss why all the bad girls seem to be getting all the good attention and all the good men. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Hey!
Oh, you got the clean version. See, y'all know I didn't do this.
Because we a clean show. We a clean show.
I saw different.
You saw what happened?
I saw different.
You saw what?
That y'all clean
We
different.
clean, we clean.
I just say call us out.
Ooh, this is hot. Okay. So welcome, you guys. Oh my God, we have a juicy show. Mr. Kanye West. Yeah, we're gonna talk about his behind. Is that what the lyrics say?
no.
You are a Kanye
No, that's what the song
connoisseur.
It
says.
says I don't care because I can still love her.
You're right.
Well, we're gonna talk, and our title today is Hoes, Strippers, and Bad Girls. Oh my. Yeah. That's what we're gonna get into. We got a lot of juiciness to talk about today. But let me introduce to you my panel. Oh my gosh. To my immediate left is my sister from another mister. Hello, Mika. Shamicka Lawrence in the house. Hello. And then, of course, it's my male me, Mr. Demetrius Jones.
Hey.
What's up?
He's so cool with it. Ain't he cool with
I'm
it?
still
right
here.
today.
I'm still here.
My blouse done popped open.
Still here.
See?
Ooh, my blouse done popped open already.
That's
See,
that
she
bad
say
girl
ho,
thing.
things
That's
just
that
start
bad girl
coming
coming
off. Well, yeah, okay. And then, last but never least, my militant me, we have Miss Courtney Stewart
What's up, y'all?
in the house. She's blonde today. Do
I'm
blondes really have more
today.
fun?
I mean, we had fun today.
Ooh, do tell.
No, I'm just kidding. I was just working. We're
Yeah,
shooting
no,
a little,
no.
shooting a little.
Y'all
short.
can't see.
It
She
looks
has on a
good.
shirt dress too.
So I couldn't
right
take it
now.
off because what was underneath was way serious. So,
Well, it looks good. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Party hair.
Well, we're going to get right into our show, but I do have to give a couple little shots out. Tomorrow's my baby's birthday. My Trey is my boy.
Trey.
My boy is going to be 24. My boy. Yes. And then there's another birthday. Let me see. Whose birthday is it? Can't remember.
no.
Who? Miss Shamicka.
Oh, for real?
Scorpios in the
Oh, wow.
And then I have one.
5 days later.
Mine is 5 days later. So the next
Oh my
time,
gosh.
yes, the next time we do the show,
you
I
November
will be
babies.
a year older.
That's right.
I'll be 23. Lord have mercy.
right.
How can you be 23?
It's a medical miracle, girl. Jesus. I mean, you know,
But I'm 21.
I believe in
What
the
you
power.
talking?
You 21?
I'm 21. I'll be 21 tomorrow.
That's
I
what I'm
look it.
talking
I
about.
look it.
I'm
That's
moving
what I'm
over. I don't need them light results. Hitting me.
Crying all this hair. Can't do it.
It's gonna be like 3 or 4 of them.
Well, look, we're going to get it popping. You know how we do. So, everybody, we need silencio, quiet in the house, because this is a beautiful sound. Look at that. Don't just that make you happy?
It does.
Child,
You don't drink
makes
though.
me happy.
I still,
like the
I get it
sound?
popping.
Oh, you do?
Anybody who's
like
been
the
to my
sound?
house can tell you that it's a fun time.
So you drink?
No, I just buy liquor
lets
for
everybody
people.
else
I get
I do
people
too.
drunk.
I do too.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
I have a bar. You come in and you party.
That's why they on this panel.
Yes. I'm trying to make friends. I need places to go.
Did I get you drunk at my house, Sheree? Almost there.
No, but Tasha got me drunk at your house. Messing with Tasha's behind.
that's
Lord, yes, it was good. We had a good time.
Good time,
We
good
did.
time, good time.
Yeah, it was a good
Yeah,
time. And
yeah.
I made it home in one piece.
Yes, you
Praise him. Praise him. All right, Demetrius. Well, come on. We need to. And this is great
on.
because we only have 2 lushes on the panel
I
today, which is me and
know.
Courtney.
y'all
So
gonna-
more for
y'all
us,
gonna-
girl.
Y'all gonna be lit or light?
We're going to be lit, light.
Lightly lit.
Lit lightly.
Lightly
lit.
Lightly lit.
Lightly lit.
I like that. Lightly lit.
Lightly lit.
That's funny.
I'm doing that because they're like bookends.
I see.
Okay, let me first say this. There's breaking news.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Breaking.
Sheree's titties are big. They're getting bigger.
They really are.
They're
keep
bursting
popping
out of her pussy
shirt.
bow top
That's right. That's right.
with white piping.
Yes.
Oh my God, Demetrius, stop speaking that over my life. It's your fault.
But they are.
They are. They are coming out.
Look, I mean, they're
What is
trying to be
going
seen
on?
right now.
Thought we were
on?
having a clean show today.
Well, we are talking about
We got
strippers and
stripping.
hoes.
So the stripper, your
Bad
inner
girls.
stripper is trying to come out.
Is that what it
That's what
is?
it
We
is.
need
Inner
a
stripper.
demonstration.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's supposed to be 4 people on the panel. Sheree's bringing an extra 2, so we got 6 guests today. With that said,
Funny. That's funny.
Strippers, hoes, and gold diggers.
Sheree wants me to introduce this because I brought it up too, and we had some arguments about it. But look,
Yes.
according to Gossip, I'm only going to use Reggie Bush's name because I don't want to bring up anyone else. Plus, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Monique. Esposito.
What's his wife's name?
Esposito. Oh, we don't know.
Lily.
His wife, Reggie's wife. Mrs. Bush.
All right, Mrs. Bush.
Bush.
According to Gossip, allegedly, Reggie had a encounter with a young lady who became pregnant, and he gave her $3 million for an abortion, and she did not have said
That's
abortion.
extortion.
Allegedly.
That's extortion.
That's not extortion under the federal statute or in Florida.
But that's your federal statute. That's just,
At
in
least-
layman's terms,
She
At
didn't
least
Yeah,
for
not knowing him.
the brief time that I had to conduct research. The attorney should always conduct research, and I assume they know the law. Just saying this, but anyway, she decided to have the baby anyway, and right, and she has she was also given money to be quiet and not tell anyone about it, allegedly, and she has allegedly told everyone.
So shouldn't she have to give that money back? That's all I'm saying. If the agreement, now we're not gonna say, we're not getting into the abortion discussion. That's not what we're gonna do. However, if they have an agreement and he gives her money to do whatever, and she agrees to that whatever, and in this case it happens to be an abortion, she took the money and she's now 6 months pregnant.
did he get it in writing though? That's the thing. An agreement, a verbal agreement is a verbal agreement.
If $3 million hits your damn account, you
should.
can.
I mean, he gonna have to pay her child support anyway, so just count it as a credit towards child support.
Well, no,
Well-
she gets that on top of. She gets that on top
Well,
of.
it
the
doesn't
child
have to.
support.
Oddly enough, it doesn't have to be in writing.
Oh, it doesn't. As long as that's right, because if it's verbal and someone else hears it, right?
Either someone hears it or you have some type of way to prove it. The
Yes.
court
Yeah.
will probably enforce it. But I'm gonna say, let's throw out the abortion argument. We're not gonna talk about that. Let's
Right.
not even talk about the law. Let's just talk about right and wrong.
The creeping.
Yeah. So this is where me and
Yeah.
Sheree we got into it because every Tuesday we talk
won.
about what should be on.
I
No.
won.
Look, I was like, I was honestly, I was like, fuck that, fuck him.
Right.
She should keep it.
Keep
Right.
it,
She
girl.
got a child to worry about.
Keep it,
Well,
girl.
I
You
believe.
talking
I
about
believe.
keep the money?
Yes.
Keep the money.
And keep the baby.
Well, I believe. This is.
Yeah,
this
the
is-
baby's.
Well, I
totally
believe my
her
thing is
choice,
that
yeah.
it's his responsibility. At the end of the day, he laid down with her. He
Yes,
made that
he
choice to
did.
lay down
With
with
no
her.
condom.
With
No
no
condom, and
condom.
that's
Allegedly.
crazy. No, allegedly nothing.
It could have broke. It could
Whatever.
have broke.
He didn't
Come on
have
now.
Excuses,
Come on now. Come on
lies.
now.
It didn't break.
Allegedly,
Nothing.
he did not work
He did
on
not walk with her to the
Yeah.
Walgreens to get the morning after pill.
Exactly.
You deserve that
Right.
baby.
Yes,
Stop being
yes.
mad.
It is 50-50.
But
Stop
you
being
know,
mad.
Real talk.
she's married.
Oh,
Wait a minute, the
I
chick-
didn't know
the-
she was
the-
married.
She's married?
She's married too, and allegedly, she was the mistress of Alonzo Mourning, and they said she was taking fertility pills, so she tried to get a baby. So this is her
But she,
hustle.
hey, she couldn't get Zoe. Because Zoe blocked
Well-
that shot. Zoe blocked that shot every time. No, man.
And then this
Hall of
dude,
Famer right there.
listen,
He was a pro. Yeah. He went pro.
That's funny. But what do we, this is her hustle.
That is her hustle because I think,
And let me tell you, and this is what we talked about. I just feel bad for that little baby who's coming into this world under within this situation.
Right.
Where he was a come up for his mother. So I just hope that she is a better I hope she's a good mom. I hope she's a good mom, and because this is the shame that is going to be attached to this
That baby
this
will be
baby.
all right.
Question, no, I have a question with this.
How you know the baby's gonna be okay?
But I have a question. She's married. Who's to say this is his baby?
Well, we'll figure that
Blood
out.
test,
But
baby.
he's not.
Right.
They have to
Yeah.
have a
Get on
blood
the blood
test.
test.
They
But
have to have
he's
a blood
not. We're
test.
going to assume that it's his because he has not denied it. So
Right.
he's obviously been with the girl. So the
Right,
thing is,
right,
there
right.
is a chance that
That
this
it's
is his baby.
Right. There's a chance, but not to say it's 100%.
Right.
Because if she's married, come on, you're married, you're getting it in.
I
What
would
you do.
think-
Unless they happen to be like
I would
separated
think they're
at that time.
separated.
Now
That
check
would be
this
my
out.
guess.
Now
That
check
would
this
be
out.
my-
You want to know something that's interesting too?
What?
Depending on the state, if she's married,
It's his baby.
The husband has to
Legally,
take care of it.
the husband
It's
is
still,
they can
that's an old
decide
law.
to keep the baby and prevent Reggie from having
Yeah.
anything to do with it.
Yeah.
See,
There's
that's
different
just
laws
Now-
everywhere.
yeah. It's kind of that's
Depending
to me
on the
jacked
state,
up.
depending on the state,
Yeah.
you know.
I just pray for
back
that
to something
baby.
you said. You was like, why would
Right.
the baby be all right? Why would the
There's a
baby be all
stigma
right?
on him.
There's 3 million reasons for that baby to be
That's
fine.
so stupid. I told
That's
you
real
that was
talk.
stupid 2 days ago when you said it, and it's still stupid today.
I told you I was gonna say it
That
because
3 million, but-
go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
go
say-
ahead.
no, you
go ahead,
say-
Sheree. Why is it stupid?
Why is it stupid?
Because it's stupid.
Sheree said, well, you gotta understand, kids need time. Kids want time more than money.
Kids don't give a damn about the money.
They don't.
As a child
They
who
don't.
grew up
They don't.
broke,
Listen, I got a
you
child
care
that
about
didn't grow up
money
broke.
when you don't have it.
I grew up
No,
broke,
no.
and that wasn't my main thing. My main thing was just having a family that was.
Did you
that
have
was-
time? Did you get time in your family, like from your parents and stuff
Well,
like that?
my parents were drug addicts, so I didn't get the time.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'd rather have time with my family than to
Boom.
have
But see, that's
money.
okay. So I had time with my family, and we
Right.
had a little money, but a very little amount. But it was just me, only child. What I'm saying is, when you will be he'll be all right. He's only going through what a lot of kids go through as far as divorce and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
And-
Except there's $3 million.
And there's a lot of whole practice going around. That's why we're talking about this
Right.
as it is.
But the
So
thing
it's
is,
not
like,
like
who's
it's
to
not
say, and who's to
1960
say
when
once
it's
the
like,
baby
ooh.
comes to be a certain age, knowing and being able to know that her mama got, or his money, mama got the money, that she probably spent that money by the time the baby knows that. So you don't know. You never
And hell,
know.
most of y'all ain't here on purpose, no way.
She's not.
Exactly.
She's
Ain't nobody
trying
playing
to.
all y'all.
here's
It just
the-
How
happened.
you know?
Huh?
How you
I
know?
know, because I've talked to people.
I
I'm
wasn't
like,
oops,
let me
baby.
ask you something. you say what?
I wasn't oops baby. I was an oops baby.
Yeah, I just, like I said, I'm not going to speak that the baby's not going to be okay because hopefully, he will. But he's starting off, with some major issues.
That's true.
in
Yeah,
life.
yeah,
He
definitely.
really
Some
is.
challenges.
Definitely, yeah.
Some
So,
challenges.
some major challenges,
Yeah.
and the
Right.
thing is, the mom has gone out of her way to secure her future. So I'm hoping that she's gonna be a decent mom. We just gotta hope and pray.
just
Why are
pray
you
for her.
laughing?
Hey, she seems
She seems
Industrious.
skanky.
Well, I mean, if this is her come up,
Industrious.
that's not a cool come up. I mean, come on now.
Skanky.
And just is bringing it back to the women, like good women. That, and I know I'm a good woman. We're all
Yes.
good women. Good women. It seems that we're not getting the fair shake with these good men. These good men, because of the fact that there's so many ratchets out here that's willing to do all this, they don't have to work anymore.
What do
These
you
men don't
consider
have to
the
work.
fair
Hey,
shake?
good man.
Because there's so many women now throwing themselves and figuring that it's okay to have side chicks, it's okay to have this, it's okay to have that. So
Terrible.
these men are just like, they just don't have to work anymore.
My only thing is, I feel like sometimes when we talk about this, we criticize the women right
Yeah.
off, but
No,
we
we
don't say
do.
that about the
Men
men.
are not
No,
good
I'm
men.
saying that.
Criticizing
No, we're
him
criticizing
too.
the men
He
too.
dipped on his wife. Now here's the
Right.
thing: we don't know. We talked about open relationships the past couple of weeks. In order for him to come out the way he did and not deny it and say, yeah, there's a possibility, this is my child, I'm thinking that him and the wife have an agreement.
Yeah, you never know.
But still, that's embarrassing. Even if you have an agreement, you don't
You
want
couldn't
it.
imagine that having a child with someone else would be part of that agreement.
No, it probably wasn't the
How could it
agreement.
not be? If you have an agreement that you're allowed to have sex with other people, then a child
There's a
has
chance.
to be on the menu.
But there could be,
No.
there could be an agreement that you just, if you do
No.
decide to have it, you use protection, and he was
Right.
just lazy with it.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
real
Because some
talk,
people
Shamicka.
do the
I
open
would be
relationships, they just
hot.
protect themselves.
Come on.
I would be hot. So
You know?
that's to me, that is the worst part of this whole thing. As Reggie, and we're not talking about his wife, and my heart goes out to her because even if that is their understanding and their agreement, he's putting her in danger.
The
You
public
sleeping
scrutiny.
with, waitresses and just random chicks. Not that there's anything wrong with being a waitress, but you're sleeping with random chicks and you are not protecting yourself.
Right.
So if you're not
Precisely.
protecting yourself, you're not protecting me.
Exactly.
That's a
Maybe she
problem.
poked holes in the condom and he didn't know.
Oh, God.
I doubt it. He
Please.
should have been the one to put that
That
condom on. It don't
blonde
matter.
wig
Nuh-uh.
made you say that.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's not because I'm telling you,
Trying
most
to
of
give
these,
options.
I'm just being,
Lord.
some of these athletes, I'm not gonna say most, some of these athletes
Yeah,
know
yeah.
they know the protocol. So at the end of the day, majority of them are already on the road doing what they're
Come
what they're
on,
not
girl.
supposed to
Right,
do.
right.
go
You
That's
know,
real
so they're
Come on,
pros at
Shamicka.
this.
I'm with you.
Yeah, they're pros at this. So they're not
Ooh.
See, you
How
already
did that
lit.
happen?
You already lit. Look at that.
Sheree.
You heavily lit down.
It is. But to piggyback
too
on what
early.
Shamicka said, what Big Boy said on International Players Anthem, don't touch my protection. Because you
Exactly.
want me to slip.
Yeah.
Slipping is something I never do.
Who said that?
Big Boy.
Alonzo Mourning?
Big Boy.
Okay.
I think Alonzo Mourning listen.
'Cause he ain't
All
got no
right.
other
Well,
way.
let's get into let's transition. Get into our main topic. The title of our show today again is Hoes, Strippers, and Gold Diggers. And the thing is, we're in a time where bad behavior is esteemed and rewarded. It just kind of is what it is. Do I have to know how to work a pole? Do I have to have a stripper past? Do I have to have a sex tape floating around in order to compete? That's some food for thought right there. Is there a shortage of good men? With the ratio being 3-to-1, and in some cases 4-to-1. That's 4 women to 1 man. 3 women to 1 man. Why does it seem like the bad girls are getting the few good men that are out there? How can a good girl compete? How can she compete? What is she to do? Does she need to be bad, or does she need to act like she's bad in order to play the game? Now that's some food for thought right there.
No, it's a good question.
That's a good. So we're gonna move to and we have a picture of Kanye and Kim. Now we can't really say nothing about Kim up in here because Demetrius is gonna have a temper tantrum. He gonna have a breakdown.
I don't know where
But
this
let me ask you this.
Right.
This is my question. Now he has admitted that he is a Christian man. Okay, he's a Christian man. And I'm just putting that out there. We'll circle back around. Look at this praying man. And listen, let me tell y'all.
that Kanye?
No, that's not. That's not Kanye. But I'm gonna tell these women out here, just because he goes to church and he says he prays, y'all better test the spirit.
Amen.
Okay,
Amen.
for real,
Amen
for
to
real.
that.
Yeah, because I don't learn that the hard way. And what I'm not talking about my ex-husband, Terrell. I'm not talking about
something that I encountered.
Ooh, that's right.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Riri.
he put a curse on you.
Because you
This Negro was trying to put a curse on
That's
Shamicka.
witchcraft. You do not do that in the
I
name
said,
of the
no,
Lord.
baby. I said, we don't put curses on people. We
Yeah,
Christians don't put
It was
curses.
a mess. It was a mess.
Oh, it was a hot mess.
It was a mess. It was a mess.
That's a whole nother show.
Yeah,
Nigga,
we
you
gonna
gotta come
we
back.
gonna talk about that later.
We gotta do that. But let me ask you. Let me ask you, Demetrius, because all these here's the thing. Could you wife up somebody with a promiscuous past?
Yes.
Okay. What is the level? How far would you go with her? How promiscuous does she have to be?
Wait, have to be?
Not how
past,
promiscuous.
her
You know what I'm
past.
saying?
Can her past be?
Yes. How
Like,
promiscuous
what's the limit?
can it be?
Yeah,
for
How
me?
promiscuous can it be?
For me personally, I don't have anything against Kim. She Kardashian.
no, we
let me
talking about
finish. You gotta let
you.
me finish. This is what I'm about to say. I'm not gonna marry somebody with a sex tape.
That was my next. Why you take my question away though?
Because you asked, unfortunately, you asked a freak. How far
A sex-
can his partner
Okay,
go
but what if
with
she was a
this?
She
prostitute?
can't have a
What
So
if she
what
was a
it is?
A
prostitute?
prostitute?
And when you say promiscuous, what do you mean? Again, how
What do you
promiscuous
mean? Like-
can she be
Has
in order
been,
for you to
have been.
consider? Right.
Well, I will
As long
say
as they
this:
weren't
as you
no
start to
friends.
get older, and if you ask a woman like, "Well, how many men have you been with?"
Do you think that's a fair question?
Yeah, you can ask. But the numbers are going to
think they're
be
gonna tell you the
more up there than they were when we were like 22 or 23.
Yes.
So,
Right.
you know, I'm pretty liberal with that because
What if she was a prostitute?
But the
though?
si-
Is
I
that the
don't-
limit?
Stripper, hooker.
I don't have a
Stripper.
problem with this.
stripper.
Okay.
I
Hooker is
don't.
fine.
None of this is
So
going to be
you
a
wouldn't
problem
have a
for
problem
me.
if she was a stripper.
Stripper, prostitute, no, it doesn't bother me.
But-
But
The sex
sex
tape
tape is
does.
where you draw the line.
yeah, sex
Right.
tape draws a line for me.
But you wouldn't. All the men going and just constantly having sex with a woman, you would not. That wouldn't mentally mess you up, like for money.
Okay.
Like,
As long as she's not doing it no more.
As long as she's not doing it no more, and I wouldn't be intimidated
Well,
because I can
you're one
fuck,
of
so
few,
it's cool.
but you're one of few though.
Yeah, now if
one
you
of
ask
few.
me, you heard that.
Quiet.
I said- but if you ask me what most men say, now
Right,
that's
right.
different.
You're
Now
one of
to
few.
represent most men, no. If they find out that you got probably more than 10 partners, a guy's gonna be. They might stay with you, but they're gonna be like, they're gonna be kind of jacked
Really?
about that.
Right.
A lot
More
of
than
times.
10, I'm a hold in.
Yeah.
No, I think at a
just
certain
saying.
age, more than 10. No, I don't think it's more than 10. I think it's as you get older because
Okay,
if you're a
let's say,
single woman.
give me the ages. Let's do this
Well,
bracket.
first of all,
20 to
answer,
20
I'm not going
30.
to answer that question because
10?
it really is none of your
20 to
business.
30.
I'm not going to answer that
No,
question.
How many
no,
should
not
you
you
have when you're
specifically,
between
just saying
20
to
and
a
15?
woman,
Depends on, like, what you was
and
doing
saying
in
what's too
college,
much for a
like,
typical woman,
5?
like at a certain age.
Yeah. So whatever that
So
may
like I mean, by 20 years old, you shouldn't have 10 men.
No.
There's no way.
be.
you
What about
should.
by 30?
You could have experimented.
So let's say no more than 20 by the time you're 30.
Damn.
Is that fair?
Yeah,
Is it-
I mean,
okay.
because it, like I said, some women explore. I mean,
I think when you cross 20, I just see.
I'm not up there. Though.
Dudes.
I'm putting it out there. I am not up there.
Especially if you just
Yeah,
not up
that's
there.
a lot.
I think dudes, a lot of times when I have conversations with guys, or if a woman has told a dude, like,
Yeah.
oh, this is how many people I've been with, sometimes they do look a little nervous when you start getting up into the.
Well, that's why women lie.
That's why women, you don't tell.
well, yeah,
it
you
ain't
don't
none
say,
of they
right,
daggone
they
business.
always say women cut it in half. Of what they
So
really
what
do.
happens if she just has, and like you said, why are you laughing, Courtney?
He's making me laugh.
I'm just
All
learning
my
stuff.
daggone buttons are popping over.
Look,
Popping over.
look.
See, that's in a stripper.
Our
It's
co-hosts
the
keep
inner
popping
stripper
out.
of me
Stripper
trying
and
to
Ree, yeah.
cut loose.
Yeah.
Lord have
I
mercy.
just, I mean, you know.
So let me ask you this because I thought this was interesting too. We're gonna switch from Kim and Kanye to Russell Wilson and Ciara. Now, what was interesting about them is her past. Now he's as far as I know, he's always not always, but in his adult life, he's always taken a stance for Christianity, for the Lord, for abstinence, and she was not on that same page. She's got a little boy with Future, and show that picture with her and Future, if you can, please. Yeah, so she was, you know what I mean? Like, she was just out there doing her thing. Clearly not, not equally yoked with him. No judgment there.
But it's just in their vision of their paths. They weren't equally yoked in the path that they were going to.
Right, at that time, exactly. But what happens is all these, what you want to say?
Look, Russell Wilson does what guys in the NFL probably would do in his position, as far as what his brand was. And Future and Ciara in the music industry in Atlanta
party, man.
did what they had to do.
But right. My thing is though, here's the thing. You have a lot of women in the church practicing abstinence and celibacy, trying to do it God's way, trying to wait on a good man. Because that's what you're told. We're told that when you do good things, then good things happen to you. So he's a good guy. I'm not talking about Future. I'm talking about, I mean, I don't know if Future's a good guy or not, but I'm saying by church standards, we look at Russell Wilson. That's the one we want to land.
Right, a wholesome brother.
Exactly. And he did an interview at the Rock Church. And, they talked, Pastor Miles McPherson interviewed him. And this is online. You can look this up. And he said, and I want to quote him. I don't want to take him out of context, but he said that the Lord spoke to him. He was looking at her one time. She was on, I think, tour, and he was looking at her through the mirror. And he said he heard God say, lead her?
That was quiet. That got quiet.
Was she on
Now-
stage dancing?
She would get ready. She was on tour, so she had either was getting ready
Or she
to
finished.
dance or she had finished dancing.
Wait,
know,
did y'all hear what she said?
What'd you say?
What'd you say?
You cutting up over there. What you say, Courtney?
I just asked, was he sure it was the Lord? Because if he
Oh,
was
yeah,
watching
his
her
loins.
dance,
It was his
and doing
loins.
that,
She's the best dancer
was
I
his
have
loins.
ever
She's
seen,
amazing.
male or
Is she a good
female.
dancer?
Oh,
never
in my
seen her.
life.
she's
I've never seen her.
amazing dancer.
Oh, I'm not familiar with her.
Beyond.
Then
then.
it was probably his loins.
The only person that may compete with her that I can think maybe Chris Brown or Michael
Oh,
Jackson.
I love
Are you
Chris Brown.
serious?
What? She's
I've
like
never-
that?
I've never seen her perform.
There's a smoothness to Sierra's movements that are unmatched.
Very
Beyonce is a
fluid.
great dancer, but not like
So
Sierra.
she's seductive?
Yes.
Oh,
She's seductive and she can just dance.
So
Yeah.
was it the God above?
Was it the
Or the
prophetic?
God below?
Was it
that-
discernment from the Lord? Or was it the loins?
You know, when Sheree first said, I just thought,
Loins, tigers, and bears.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Loins.
God just don't say shit like that to me though. Like, you know,
And how you gonna cuss and have God in the same sentence?
like that.
Dunk, everybody
Just
dunk.
don't say it to me.
My loins do, like, leader.
Leader.
This
Leader
is
into temptation. That's what he's saying.
this is the thing, and I've known good men who, and not who don't go for the church girls, but go for the quote unquote worldly girls,
Yes.
the church out, the girls out of the church, the quote unquote bad girls. So imagine the women sitting up in church saving themselves, and again the ratio 3-to-1, 4-to-1 at times, and you like really.
Right, right. But I think it's the 3-to-1, 4-to-1. I think the good men are at a point where they can have their cake and eat it too.
Explain
And
that.
they have so much at their feet. Like these women are throwing themselves at them, so they really don't have time. I believe that men are hunters and we're the hunted. That used to exist. I don't think it exists anymore. It doesn't exist at all. It's like men when a man sees a woman, that's prey to him. Am I wrong?
Sometimes.
So right.
What are the other times?
Right. So at the end of the day, like whatever it may be, pray however. But a lot of times when a man notices a woman, he's intrigued more by that than a woman seeing like he's like I can get her. You know, this woman comes up and shows him that she is. It's not the chase as much as it was. He doesn't have to chase her anymore.
But they still take it anyway. They take
it,
what's
but
not the
that's-
chase, and then they
exactly.
play with the chase because they can play with all of
That's
it.
what it
There's
is. It's
no-
like they're not able to court anymore. The courting doesn't exist like that anymore because there's so many women that are fighting with each other to try to get this man because they feel that they're that
Well, we're competing. If
all competing,
if there's only one of them and four of us, it's like
Right, right.
yes.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like, how does somebody who is in the church, someone who is saving themselves, someone who's trying to do it God's way, how do you compete with Amber Rose,
Well,
Black China?
well, one, you probably shouldn't be doing
I was
that.
like, you don't.
But you're
Yeah, I
competing
mean-
whether you know it or not.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you may not need to like totally save yourself like that. Because one thing I don't like about abstinence myself.
What you mean? I need
Break
you to
that
elaborate.
down.
I think every woman should have someone that they just have sex with. Because when you're just saving yourself like that, a guy comes along and sometimes you look past a whole bunch of shit because it's like I want somebody to have regular sex with. And I think you can make a wrong choice. I think you should have somebody that you just screw. That's it. You know you're not gonna marry this dude.
Well,
and then it helps you relax a little bit.
That's the advice you'd give your daughter?
Hell yeah.
At what age?
Are you serious?
At what age?
Probably after 25. Yeah, I would probably say you might need to think about that.
When he has a baby girl, I need him to say that after
yes,
that.
we want to
Alright.
hear it. We
Yeah,
want to
he-
hear it.
All
We
right.
want to
No
hear you
way.
say it.
All right.
There's no way.
You asked, I answered.
Do you think with women, you guys, do you think that once promiscuous, always promiscuous?
No, with women, no.
So you think
I think sometimes it's a lot of inner.
you don't think
demons.
Russell's gonna wake up one day and be like, "What did I do?"
No, because she's probably a good girl.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we don't realize there's underlying issues that women go through because for for us, it's emotional. Sex is emotional for us. We can't, half the time, some of these women that just say they're just having sex, that's not true. It's an emotional connection. There's ties that come to, every time you have sex with someone, it's a tie that you connect with.
Spiritually. That's a soul tie.
Yeah, and so you guys are different.
Absolutely.
You guys are pouring into us. It's a difference. So at the end of the day,
Permanently altering our DNA.
Yes.
It's been proven.
Look at that.
What about where it comes?
Break it down.
yeah.
Same thing. You silly. It's the same thing. It doesn't have to be an exchange of bodily fluids. It's a spiritual
So what's
thing.
a good girl exactly,
here's the
though?
thing.
What are we talking about?
This is what you have to keep in mind, men. If she's promiscuous, even if she changes,
That's bullshit. I'm not even about to.
Wait, what? She didn't finish.
Because I already see where this is going.
no. Let me tell
If
you,
she's promiscuous.
if she's promiscuous and she changes, and we can all change. I believe in transformation. I believe that we can change. But nonetheless, when she lays with you, all that stuff is coming with her.
Yet.
Absolutely.
Yet. For some reason, though, when it comes to.
That's why you such a freak.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Right. Because he don't mind all the extras coming with him.
Because
You got
it's
John,
like
you got
toys in the
Ronnie, you got
bedroom.
Ricky, you got Ralph, you got everybody coming into bed with you.
You got Ricky
From
and
her.
Ralph.
She laid with those dudes, so therefore
This is
you
what I'm
lay
talking
with
Well,
about.
we're judging the girls.
This is what I'm talking about.
I mean,
I'm
like,
not trying
not
to
in a
judge
negative.
them.
I'm not saying it's
Yes,
a
you
negative
think we're
thing, but
uh-huh.
it's like you're taking all. Maybe she can, release that baggage and be
Hopefully.
totally fine. And there's plenty of people that can and have do the work to do that. So I think everybody's different, and just because you had 50 partners, which I'm gonna be like, whoa, that's a lot. That doesn't mean you can't release that, because what that was not the same as maybe what it would be.
Right,
with
and
this
that's where it
person.
goes back to the emotional issues that you're dealing with in yourself. Because, like I said, as a woman, you don't want to lay with multiple men at one time. That's just not what anyone wants to do, unless she has an underlying.
I cannot
issue
say that
with
that is true.
self-esteem.
I think there's
I need
a
to see
few
the
women,
scientific
a small
study.
few. There is a study that says that men permanently alter the female's DNA when
Okay,
they've
well,
had sex with her.
I would have to Google that and
Absolutely.
read that the study to evaluate its validity.
Everybody that you done had sex with
Do
got a piece
y'all
of you
think-
still in them.
And you know what we're gonna have to
Well,
do?
hey, that's good for them. I'm a good dude.
There's no way that we're gonna finish. Because we have so much. So again, this will be a part 2, and next week we'll have to. Yeah, but do you think the good girls are being left behind?
No.
Who are they? That's what
think
I'm
the good
about. Who are the good
I'm gonna say
girls
no.
exactly?
I'm a good girl.
I think everybody's a good girl.
We have good girls. Everybody has.
Everybody is a good girl.
But I think at the end of the day, a good girl is someone who knows what she wants. She's not going to settle for what she's not going to put herself out there. You can take it like my children, my daughters. I'm not going to go. I have to be an example to my baby girls. So at the end of the day, I'm okay with taking sexy pictures, but there's lines and limits to what you choose to put out into the media or into the public or showing other people. So it's like
You had your boobs out the other day. I saw.
but I didn't show my nipples.
Was that on her Instagram? Let me see. I'll pull it up. So, because I want to see what a good girl do.
Tell us if Shamicka's still considered a good girl.
Did I have my boobs out?
Yeah, you had your
For my birthday last year, I did. They were all out, but they didn't show. They just had they weren't. There was just a little line, but I'm just saying it's a difference.
Do you know I got a lot of flack from being at your
Did
birthday
you?
party last year? Yes, because I had my boobs out too. And I had a very low cut, and my boobs looked fabulous, if I must say.
yeah.
However, I got some
fabulous.
flack. People were like,
You really looking?
I'm not seeing. I'm not
I don't
seeing
see any
anything here.
boobs.
Plain.
Oh,
I have no
it's
boobs
not really
out.
there.
I mean, this is about the raciest thing, and she's just doing the
I'm just doing the
back.
pose.
But you know what, though? I'm just saying, you can still be a good girl and be sexy.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
but there's
you can-
limits to it.
And when I say good girl, I'm talking about, why are you
like the
praying?
good
Are
and
you
bad.
praying?
Yeah,
Are you
because I'm over
praying?
here. I'm thinking like the standard for what a good girl is so ambiguous according to this discussion.
Yeah.
And I think to me what it is, I remember when the Supreme Court was trying to decide what is pornography, one justice, I forget who said, I don't know what it is, but I know what it is when I see it. And I remember I was on a panel at TSU, and I was sitting next to somebody, and they was like, well, who's a hoe? I was like, well, I can't tell you, but I can show you. And some dude was like, don't do that, don't do that. But I knew who I want. I wouldn't go point at nobody. I wouldn't do that in America. But I know who the hoes
It's the
are.
presence of someone. It's the
What
presence of someone's
separates,
presence.
in your mind, what separates a good girl from a bad girl? And we're using those terms loosely. The hoes from the non-hoes.
A lot of times, I would have to say, honestly, it's about how you carry yourself when you're not hoeing.
Right.
If that makes sense.
No,
No,
it doesn't.
I do. I get it.
I don't get it.
I get it.
Because
it's just who you are.
you get some women
When
are
you're not hoeing, you said?
yes, when you like not in the club, but you walking around like you still in the damn VIP. You know what I mean? I'm like,
I get it. I get it. And you trying to be
Got
seen.
you.
You want to be seen. You have to have that short dress
You're
on.
leading
You
with
got to wear
your
a face
sex
full of makeup
all
in
the
order to
time.
go with the yeah, I get it.
and
I
you know
get
who
it.
creeps women out? Guys who walk around like they ass is still in the club. Like I come up,
Yes,
I come up
yes.
to Shamicka like, hey, how you doing? And we at church.
Exactly.
and my eyes, they're not here.
They're
I'm like
here.
this. Hey, yeah, how you doing?
Or looking up and down. Or here. Yes.
Right.
I had
Like
that
if you wear one of those
no.
keyhole shirts and my eyes is like the key.
No. That's the funny thing because I was just doing some considering my daughter going to a tutoring class, and the dude was talking to me like this. And I was like, I did like this because it wasn't even low. I just like I was like,
Wow.
okay. And can you? But they do. Like you're right. You're right. It's the same. It goes the same way, men and
Yeah.
women.
And Courtney and I, we had a conversation last week, and we were talking about something, and I was like, man, I was like, a lot of times, Courtney, I'm just making sure I look women in the eye, because I don't want to creep nobody out. I don't need that
Oh, we
reputation.
already creeped out.
Your ass ain't creeped
Every time
out.
we do this show, we creeped out.
I should be offended. As many times I don't see you in your titties just doing that.
Oh, she got
Yeah,
you
'cause
again.
they trying to come out, Ray. They
Yeah.
trying. They keep.
Oh,
They out. They out.
See?
I don't know
Who is
what.
my inner stripper child?
That's
It is hot as hell up in here. They like,
That's real comfortable today.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
really
man,
good.
it's
It's a little cold. I was gonna put my hat on.
My hands. I'm like, my hands are freezing.
all right, maybe
It's getting hot in here.
Listen, maybe
Take off all
maybe
sexy
it's
is
just
hard to
me.
wear.
Maybe it's just me. Well, let's talk about slut shaming
Okay.
and this slut walk and stuff. Now, can you pull up the picture with Amber and okay? This is Amber and Black China, and they have, this was from the MTV Awards, I think it was this year. And I don't know if y'all can see, but they have written on, they've got the same fabric, same print, but Black China has a dress, Amber has a jumpsuit, says stripper, hoe, slut. What do y'all think about that?
The words.
The words, Amber Rose, like
Just basically trying to reappropriate a word that was meant to demean, belittle, and quote unquote trying to own that word and change. I don't know. Maybe being empowered instead of
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but the messenger messes it up for me. Like, I don't know why. I don't have anything against Amber Rose or Black China or anything like that. They represent something that we are in culturally right now that I don't know that they actually have the power to say, I can reclaim this word.
Yes.
But I do think it's important that we do that because I think female sexuality it gets a lot of negative energy that it shouldn't at this point in time because and I'm not saying like we should all be free and do all that like I think that we have contradictory standards still for females and males
we do.
and it's not fair and it's not right and it goes to why the rape culture exists as it does in our country and why that needs to change and that can't change until we reappropriate like why is she a slut because she decided she wanted to sleep with 3 guys and then 1 guy raped her. That doesn't make her a slut like that I think that element of it needs that's why it's important that we do reclaim those words and sort of readjust how we look at women.
Well, it was interesting because BWB, which is a Black Women's Blueprint movement, and September 2011, they quoted something and they said, although we, and I'm just taking an excerpt from the open letter that they wrote, although we vehemently support a woman's right to wear whatever she wants, anytime, anywhere, within the context of a slut walk, we don't have the privilege to walk through the streets of New York City, Detroit, D.C., Atlanta, Chicago, Miami, L.A., etc., either half naked or fully clothed, self-identifying as sluts, and think that this will make women safer in our communities an hour later, a month later, or a year later. Moreover, we are careful not to set a precedent for our young girls by giving them the message that we can self-identify as sluts when we're still working to annihilate the word hoe, which derived from the word hooker or whore, as in Jezebel whore, which was meant to dehumanize. So they're basically saying you're putting the car, you're so out of order here because we haven't, that's not our movement. That's not our movement. So the consensus is they could possibly be doing a lot more damage than good.
Yeah.
Because what they're really doing is like saying like, I'm a stripper and I can get this and I can get this man and I can do, and I'm good with it and you can't say nothing about it. Like that's
like
not.
Now, like now that I'm famous. Yeah, I'll claim that I'm a hoe. Yeah, I'll claim that I'm a slut. I'll claim that.
That's not flipping anything around or turning it upside down.
Right.
What I have found is that what used to be something that people like, say if you were a stripper, right? And it's like, it's something that you did and you kind of moved on. It's like, I did that, or you might even apologize for it in some way where you like, well, I was in college or I was young, I was trying to get money, this, that, or whatever. People are now making it seem like that's a viable career.
It's the thing to do.
Like I used to have that job of keeping my daughter off the pole.
Yes,
You got people like, because keep in mind, Usher's song, I Don't Mind and all that. Because my thing with that song was, it's like, when he said something about when we leave the club, we go in my Ferrari. Why the fuck is she dancing at a club if you drive a Ferrari? What are we doing here? And it's not, to me, it's not something.
We're at a time where you can't say anything. There's a fine line, because if you try to stand for any type of values and morality, then now you're slut shaming. Right. But you want to have a voice, but you want to take mine away.
Right. And so, well, I saw this occurring when Jerry Springer was popular. And people would get up and say, well, I do what I want to do, ... And it's like, you can't answer that, or you can't criticize me. And if you criticize somebody, you're a troll, you're a hater. No, I'm criticizing their ass because they deserve to be criticized. It's just that simple. And like you were saying, we're in this situation with Donald Trump because people don't have standards. Like, it's all good. It's all good. No, the fuck it ain't.
No, you're right.
It ain't all good.
You're right. I 100% agree.
True.
So I don't know. I understand if her heart is in the right place, it's fine. But I don't agree, and I don't think this is the way to go.
And I'm with you 100%. And we're using bad girls to mean strippers and because in our culture, that is something that we perceive as less than honorable.
But nowadays, the bad girls, like the Bad Girls Club, all that stuff, they're making that stuff cool.
I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. We're in an age where being bad is actually a good thing.
Right. And because every time it's our person, we're ready to excuse it. Like, say because I sent you this, we were talking, I was
we're
like,
not ready. We need more time.
If we're talking about like all these women of color, I was like, we need to throw Melania Trump in there. Because I'm like, look at these pictures. And I sent you some. But I'm like, everybody's like,
wasn't she a cult?
I don't know.
Allegedly, I heard.
I had not heard that.
You know what I think, though? I think that, because we really are running out of time, I think you have to ask yourself, what is your brand? What am I selling? What am I trying to project? What am I trying to put out there? Do you want to be identified as being a hoe and a slut? I mean, like...
And this is coming from a freaky ass dude. I'm like, you want that for your life?
But then she cried. Wait a sec. Then she cried on stage in her slut walk, saying that Wiz called her a stripper in his song.
But she was a stripper, right?
You are a stripper. So why are you mad?
And you selling it on the gram too.
Did you see these new hats that she has with the vagina on them that she's going to sell to young women? It is literally it's a vagina and it almost looks like it's like a 3D kind of.
I can see why that would make her cry.
But see, that's
A
what
dripping
happens when-
vagina.
But that's what happens when
A dripping
uneducated
vagina.
No, it's
people
like it's a
try to
wet.
make
It looks like it's a
statement
wet,
about
dripping
stuff.
vagina.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Because
Yes.
she wants to be like.
So what are you doing?
She's
She
trying to find
thinks
anything
she's
she can.
empowering herself by claiming her sexuality at its like apex,
And that goes back
that's-
to that
but that's
insecurity
still
as a person.
and giving the power to somebody else.
Yes,
You've given the
yes.
power to men,
Yes.
and you are claiming that that is okay what they're saying about
Yes.
you and what they're doing about you.
I
And you're
do-
just saying if I say it about
Yeah.
myself, they can't say it about
we
me.
we
You
got to
feel bad.
close. And you know what? I do believe that women have the right to wear what they want to wear. You can do what you want to do with your bodies. But you also have to understand that there's a perception that is going to be associated with what you put out there.
Right.
I mean, it just you can't change that.
Right.
It is what it is. So you have to figure, what am I trying to communicate? What do I want to be?
Right.
What do I want to be known for? What do I want to stand for?
Right.
Right.
And I think you have to, dress accordingly.
I agree.
Takeaways, Courtney?
Not a slut.
I got to take away. You know, I got to take away.
My takeaway is there's way more to this conversation because you just opened up another can of
Okay,
worms
so
with the dressing.
so then just say goodbye.
Find me at Stuart
Yes.
Charlotte, and we'll be talking again
Next week.
Yes.
It's too juicy.
One thing, I'm not saying this just because I'm on the panel with 3 black women, but every time I got ready to say this to myself, I couldn't say it because I started bursting out in tears. Black women supported Hillary Clinton to the tune of 90%.
Yes, we did.
I think you all are so fucking awesome. And yeah, I said I wouldn't go cry again, but thank y'all. Thank y'all.
She was our Halo Award, Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
She did not punch him in the face when she said
Look at her. I love that.
can't
Yes.
even
That's a
imagine.
boss.
Yes,
That's a boss look right there.
Yes, it is.
She didn't cuss.
I'm with
She
her.
didn't cry.
I'm still with her.
Oh, it was 95%. My bad. 95.
95.
Yeah, 95, 94%. Yeah.
90%
Good
of
shot.
white.
Y'all, man.
Yes.
I need to button myself.
And white women was
you do.
53%.
Well, 90% of Republican white women voted for Trump.
They just grow around you, Demetrius.
I can't.
They
I
always
had no
What?
issues with
That's
that.
that freaking you. That freak is like, you better
magic
open up.
I make your
That's what
breasts
that's
grow.
that freaking him.
Yes, you do.
American women, did y'all hear that? I make breasts grow.
Bro.
I'm hoping American women or American men can't hear nothing we saying. Are we done?
Are we done?
Are we
Please
done?
tell me if
just
y'all say
saying,
on camera.
Goodbyes. And where you at?
Are we on?
Are we
I
done?
hope so. Yeah, I think so. I hope so.
Oh, I wasn't wearing my headphones, so I didn't know.
Oh.
You turned-
If we are done, do you want to say that on my Instagram?
Say what?
That
Did
I'm
you
making
make
your
my
breasts
breast
grow?
grow?
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me @KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.